what they want and also share that information with them. And they're not so inclined to just have the view of their philosophies being the only truths, or being the natural and organic truths above everyone else's. I feel like with Sag ruling their 9th house, Aries ascendants, they do give or enjoy people having the freedom of sharing and expressing their own truths, knowledge, wisdoms, and what they've learned. And Aries appreciates that. And then your 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. So definitely a high achiever, very ambitious. The 10th house is the midheaven. And Aries, they want to get to certain statuses, and they want to climb up that corporate ladder, and they're having a desire to really want to achieve, status and recognition for what they do in the world. They're leaders, they're bosses, they're very dominant when it comes to their standing in career. So definitely with Capricorn ruling the 10th house, this is where their endurance and stamina and drive comes in when they're out in the world. The 10th house is the external world, opposed to the 4th house, your IC being your internal world. The 10th house being ruled by Capricorn for an Aries ascendant. This gives them the ability to really stick to their consistent goals and ambitions when it comes to what they do outside of their home, what they do in the world, their career, their job, their legacy. And also they could be very ruthless about it. And this is only because they are set on moving up in whatever it is they do. They want to get to the top, whatever means necessary. And they become emotionally detached when it comes to what they want to achieve within career. So Capricorn ruling the 10th house bestows that kind of mindset, that energy, that power for an Aries ascendant to achieve their goals in career and be that boss and be that leader in the area, or maintain that status it is in the external world. So 11th house for an Aries ascendant is ruled by Aquarius. And Aquarius, this is basically, Aries ascendants understands humanity is very diverse. Aries ascendants, they like to contribute to society at large in a way that suits the individual. Aries is all about the individual. If there's any ascendant sign that is more empowered and sends a signal and message out to be yourself, it's an Aries ascendant. Aries ascendant prides their existence within a world where individuals can stand out and be themselves. If they feel that you're not being authentic, or you're being vulnerable or sensitive or sheltered or kind of just introverted and staying in some sort of shell or uncomfortable in some sort of way in the world, this is offensive to an Aries ascendant naturally. And it's not that they want to do this on purpose. They just can't help but to want others to be confident. They don't like people that walk around vulnerable and are pitiful, basically, or weak. Aries ascendants enjoys strength in people's personas. And with Aquarius ruling the 11th house, they want you to be yourself regardless if people don't understand it or get it or not. Aries Ascendant understands the eccentricity of the diversity in society, and it likes to just encourage the energy to be diverse and to be true and authentic. Aries doesn't want to see others, or doesn't want the message in society to be manipulated or controlled or identical and flatlined with basically collective socialism. Aries is all about the individual, really is. And then with Aquarius ruling over the 11th house, this is for the desire for mainstream society to be unique. Aries people loves unique energy. It likes to see different things. It likes to explore. With Gemini ruling its 3rd house, it wants diversity because it wants the stimulation of finding out, different details about the energy within the neighborhood, so forth and so on. And with Sag ruling the 9th house, it wants to explore different cultures and backgrounds and people. So naturally, with 11th house being ruled by Aquarius, the overall vibe here and the humanitarian needs, an Aquarius Ascendant is going to feel very empowered by humanity being diverse, period. And if that shifts or strays away from that orientation, then this is going to piss the Aries Ascendant off. Aries Ascendant wants humanitarian efforts to be based on self-authenticity. And also, Aries Ascendants, they have this legacy in humanity where it's very different. It's very innovative because they trailblaze in a way where it expresses the need and concern for the self-individualized person or human being to add to the collective in its own unique way. And that allows them to have this innocent, childlike feeling of representing cardinal fire and representing from their persona as an Aries Ascendant to express yourself at all costs, period, and get in the groove of your own process. And an Aries Ascendant finds that very healing for humanity and society altogether. So then moving to the 12th house, Aries Ascendant, the 12th house ruler is generally Pisces. So Aries Ascendant has, Pisces as the 12th house energy, which allows for Aries to just basically understands the old and the wise and the mystic. And with Pisces ruling over the 12th house, subconsciously Aries recognizes the necessity that within dreams and within other worlds there is the creation and the imagination of self-discovery here. So it's almost as if, as an Aries Ascendant, if it's your ascendant sign, it goes through the zodiacal wheel all the way to the 12th house of Pisces, where it then kind of understands the esoteric and the hidden realm of creativity and of imagination and of unconditional love here. So it's like starting off as a child as an Aries Ascendant, and then just understanding the process of life itself. That's why if you have an Aries Ascendant, like I said, it's almost as if the path has been laid out for you, and it just comes very natural. So with the 12th house being ruled by Pisces, you do have this ability to really understand the context of imagination, that childlike innocence, to imagine what the possibilities of another existence outside of the mundane. And you understand how wisdom is definitely gained through this whole cycle of naturally going from childbirth to an elderly and going into another life cycle or dying with the 12th house. This is where planets go to die, and this is where the soul comes to its end of a cycle. So, 8th house being ruled by Scorpio, Aries ascendants are natural, and they understand this life cycle. So that's why